As you can see, all the different trailers here and the park, we decided to make the question, should you buy a new RV or should you buy a used RV? And Ron found some of the statistics.
Well, for new RVs, the peak for the last few years was 2021. We're 600,000 plus. Now, the statistics came from the RVIA. It's the Recreational Vehicle Industry Association, whatever. And 2022 was around 493,000. Now, this is towables, travel trailers, fifth wheels, pop ups, a few of those are still made, um, and of course, motorhomes. This year projected, this is November of 2023, and so they're projected to be about 350, maybe 400,000 for the year. So it's on the downside for the last couple of years, and they're not sure where it's going from there. The other side of that is used trailers during this time period has upturned a little bit. I think it's about 7 something percent. So it depends on what you're looking for.
We ask that if you're looking to buy a new or a used trailer, maybe you might think about some of the questions that we're going to present. So please continue watching and follow along, and maybe you will learn something from some of the points we have. The first question is, well, the pros and cons of buying a brand new one. Okay, so in my opinion, the pro of it is you're getting a brand new trailer. Nobody's lived in it.
True.
And you get the new technology that comes
True.
with it. And yeah, well, the new technology. So what do you say are the cons, the bad about buying a new trailer?
Well, depends on what everyone's looking for. Different people have different needs, looking for different things. So, the cons, new. Yeah, it's got a warranty. It's got a warranty for a reason. We have a 2024. It's been in the shop 3 times. So even though you're buying new, stuff goes wrong. It's not only the manufacturer; it's the stuff that the manufacturer, other manufacturers put the equipment that it goes along with the trailer. Some of the dealerships are not quite up to speed on the new technology. So they don't, as far as solar, that's a big thing, new thing. Everyone has to go solar, add solar, not everybody, I'll be there. So you can boondock, you can camp unhooked to things, but the dealers may not be up to speed. Well, I had to do a little bit of research on that.
Yeah, how to run. So with the new technology, our trailer is pre-wired with solar, and we have talked to other people. The expense of actually them going in and putting the inverters in and putting the solar panels on, so that was an extra cost to people buying used ones. So that kind of technology. The other thing that we really like are the electronic jacks that go down, and so we don't have to mess with
The
those.
stabilizing.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so now the used, buying a used RV. So what are the pros for that? What are the downfalls to that? Again, I'll say the pros. You can buy a cheap trailer, and if you do your research and don't just go out and buy the first one, you can buy a good one for fairly inexpensive, and just take off from there and add things as you want to. The problems are
It's used. So how was it used? Was it used on weekends? Did it sit on a construction site and get dragged to the next construction site? Was it used sparingly and stored? Because other than some of the newer trailers, the underside wasn't covered. In other words, it was just exposed. You can get all kinds of insects, bugs, snakes, mice, squirrels, all kinds of unfriendlies in there messing with your electrical, your plumbing, maybe even your insulation. So buying used, just know you're gonna, the expense of anything going wrong, it's on you. Adding anything that you want to do, solar or anything else, of course that's on you. But that may equal out depending on what are you going to do with the trailer, with the RV.
All right, the other question is, you already said that. What do you want to do with your RV? Okay. Do you plan on living in it like we are doing? We
But
sold
we're
our
traveling.
home.
We're traveling RV. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We sold our home and we're living in ours. So we need ours to be able to function and have everything working. But it doesn't mean that you can't do that with a used one. But that's one of the reasons we chose to buy a new one, because of the technology and different things like that. So besides living in it, then we have people that just camp and
Maybe weekend campers.
mhm.
They go on some weekends, but they go on summer vacation. So where do you store in that? Do you have a room where you live? That will no cost to you. Do you need to store it in a storage facility that adds a monthly fee? So that's another thing you need to consider when buying an RV, depending on what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, how much money you want to put into it if you're going to just use it occasionally, or if you're going to live in it. The other question that
Can I add something right here? Don't want to interrupt, but I think we need it so we don't forget about it. Now, so what I found, we earlier talked about the downtrend in RV production. Dealers across the United States have unsold new units sitting on their lots, like 21s, 2020s. They may give you a huge discount on it to get that out of there, because the 24s are already out, even though it's only November 23. We've got one. So, and some of those trailers, even though they're a couple years old, 3 years, may qualify for brand new financing, depending on what the dealership can work. If that's the route you're going, you're not paying cash, you need to finance, that may be something to look into.
speaking of financing, when we went to buy our trailer, the people said that they would give us a better deal, a better price, if we actually financed our trailer. And because we sold our home, we wanted to just pay cash and be done with it. But they did, several people.
What reason why? Why did they say that?
Because that's how the dealers, or the like Jayco and them, or the dealers, that's how they make their extra money. The dealership, by the interest rates. So they may offer you a cheaper rate or deal for your trailer, but
then they're gonna make money selling your loan to somebody else. So yeah.
All right.
So they make back the discount they gave to you. Go ahead.
Here's the other question: where do you want to travel with your RV or motor home? And that will also determine the type of RV you want to buy, or how much you want to spend in it. So, for instance, we talked about, do you want to travel up north where it's cold? And the one guy, when we were talking to Bish Motor RVs up there, he asked us if we were going to what, when we were talking about buying our trailer.
Oh, live in the snow, camp in the snow?
Yes.
So on our trailer, now this is new, it's a 24. It's sealed underneath, so the underpinning is sealed. They also have a feature where you can have that heated, separate than the furnace, like you keep your plumbing from freezing out. Starts with that.
Okay, so depending on if you're going to travel north, do you need that? The other one, are you going to boondock? And so if you're going to boondock,
What does it mean to boondock? I know we've covered this earlier, and everybody's out there going, "Oh no, how do these people not explaining this to us?" Maybe for some new people out there don't know what it means. We're going to tell you what it means. What does it mean?
you are camping with whatever you have in your trailer. So however much water.
So you're not hooked up to electricity?
No electricity.
You have no running water?
Nope, just what's in your tanks.
You don't have any
No sewer, just what's in your tanks. So, so if you don't have good enough tanks and water storage or solar to get your power or a generator, again, those are different things you might want to look at, whether you're buying used or new on those features. Okay, so I think we've probably covered some of the
I'd
majors.
just like to add one thing, could
Okay,
I?
okay.
So, like I said, this happened to us when we bought our trailer. It came with 2 solar packages, an inverter, and a battery. It's a regular lead acid battery, like you have in your car or your pickup truck that we've had for many years. The new technology is lithium. Now, where does this come from? Now, we actually added another battery thinking, well, we'd have more storage. We were in South Dakota this summer, and we were up out of Wall, South Dakota on what they call the Rim. Look that up, it's a beautiful place. And by the morning time, we didn't have enough power. The batteries were dead. We had to fire up a generator to charge our battery.
Because we were running
And that's the
heater.
difference between the lead acid batteries and the new technology and the lithium battery. One lithium battery may replace 1 or 2 lead acid batteries. And there are some people that have gone 4 panels, 6 panels. They have 2 batteries, 4 batteries. I mean, it just goes on. So that is a whole nother episode. But we did learn our lesson, and we are waiting to replace our lead acid battery with a lithium battery so that we can be off grid more.
Okay, so
Sorry
with
if that
all
was
of
boring. I'm sorry.
with all of that said, basically it comes down to the question. It depends upon you and how you want to use it. Do you want to spend the money to buy a new one, or do you want to try it out and buy a used one and then just add a little bit of money to the trailer? So the choice is all down to you, but what we say is do your research. Don't buy the first one you come across. We have seen several that have broke down brand new. Okay, we've talked to people that buy the used ones, haven't had any problems, and then we've talked to the people like our poor neighbor over here that has replaced her air conditioning, has water problems now. I think she got a good deal on it, but yeah, now she's spending all that extra money. Yeah.
One other thing before we go, I know maybe getting long, but if you've never owned an RV and you're just watching us out of curiosity, we haven't bored you to death and you've flipped off already. Rent an RV for a weekend.
Yeah.
If you have a friend, a real close friend, maybe they'll let you borrow it. I don't know. And if you break it, fix it. But it's an idea instead of just delving in and spending all this money. And you may figure out, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hook it up. And if in the next few episodes, we're going to do how we hook up and unhook up. We're going to do an episode on that.
I'm Wanda,
I think I'm on.
and we're Skoog's Wandering Ways, and we want to ask and beg that you subscribe, please.
Even if you watch the whole thing, subscribe. We need subscribers. Thanks. See you next time.
Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Hopefully we've shared something you might learn. Talk to you later. Ciao.